All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Today is we're on the 27th. The 27th of January. The month is almost over. All right. As it is, okay. We're gonna be looking at this is crazy. Remember we had said that we were targeting 5,000 for the gold. This is what happened yesterday. I mean, I've been under the weather for minutes. That's why I didn't do the analysis yesterday. I was not feeling well. Still today, still getting there. Right. So we were targeting this one. There's a huge gap that happened over the weekend as the opening. So if you had your take profit over here, because I had mine over here. I took my buys from this point and closed up Friday with an order pending. Stop loss was just below this point. But then I woke up in profits actually. It already pushed up and gapped up and hit my take profit. So that was a good one. We actually also made a high over here, 51.10. That's the highest point, 51.10. All right. So we're gonna do an analysis and see how it is. Congratulations to everybody that did this trade over here. Let's first of all jump onto Trading Factory and see. We have nothing much today. Today there's nothing much. Tomorrow we have the CPI and the AUD. We do have the main CPI on the AUD, the CPI, sorry, monthly, yearly, and the trimmed mean CPI. Then we have the BOC, bank rates, monetary policy, and the Canadian dollar, and then we'll have the FOMC. Ooh, we have the FOMC happening. Jerome Powell is gonna be speaking tomorrow, and that's gonna be crazy. 10 p.m. That's tomorrow. Well, Thursday, unemployment claims as always. Friday, we got the GDP and the PMI on the USD, GDP on the CAD and PPI, sorry, the PPI on the USD. Okay. All right. Back to our goal is at 50.75 right now. So we're gonna remove everything, do a quick analysis over here, and then get back to right. Told you I have a cold. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? All right, we start from the monthly, and then we come trimming it down, 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 down. All right, so I'm picking this as a low. Gonna pick this still as the monthly low. Weekly, because I know the other point is gonna be picked by weekly anyway. Weekly low is here. So how do I identify this? I look at the areas where if this market was to come down, what's the next area that we expect rejection here in a weekly perspective? In a monthly perspective here, it's here. Okay. On a daily, this is the low. You can see if the market is to have some very bearish pressure, it's gonna fall straight forward up to this point. That's why we use this one as a yesterday's candle is the highest, so we have a daily. Yes, sorry. Yesterday candle is the highest, the 51.10 candle, and that is now becomes our daily high. Okay, 4 hours. I'm gonna go straight forward to this point, 4 hours, but we can't really ignore this point and this point. Okay, I'm just gonna draw them over there. So, oh, sorry, we didn't 4 hours low over here. And then we go to 1 hour. 1 hour, we have a low forming over here. 1 hour. Ooh, over there. A high is the same point, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, what do we have? We have now the current place where the market is over here. That's the 30 minutes high. And we're anticipating that the market will break. Okay. We're hoping that the market breaks above that point. Again, if it breaks that point and it's actually pushing up, So we're anticipating a break above. So we have these areas. We have the area over here. And we have this one over here. So if this candle closes like that, wouldn't hesitate to take a buy. I'm gonna say potential shield buys buys above this point. This point over here, man. Cold is bad. Really drank a lot of concoction, man. And of course, some medicine. Over there. So for the south, we're gonna be picking them from this low. All right, over here, I'm gonna say possible cells below here. Should we have the cells? We're gonna be picking them from that point. Down to that point like that. And probably up over there. Over there like that. All right. So the other thing is, should we break above that point? Of course, it's always good to check. Should we break above that point? May want to get the 51 to 100 bits. 200 is way too far. Uh, Probably 50. It's not really far. Probably 50. But first of all, we will go to 5140 or some 5120, 5140. These are areas of psychological levels. Let me mark them over there. The 40 over there. Like that. Okay. This is a bit big, too way to take. So probably could put it over there. Put another wick over here at the 10. Something like that. Yeah, that is if we have the pressures to go and make a new high, could expect at least some rejection from around that point. If we hit the 10, we're gonna be looking at the 50, the 40. All right. So let's keep an eye on this. This is what I'm gonna be looking at today. Let's see how it behaves. If this candle, this is 30 minutes candle, closes like that. Yeah, could pick a buy from this point to this point first of all. Risk manage your trades well. Trade what you see, not what you think. Don't hope that it's gonna do. Don't jump into the trade right now because it looks like it's pushing. Because this can change in a second. Okay, even this was pushing down, and it changed in a second. All right, but you see, this one came to cover the gap. Right. Remember those that have taught about the gap trading. See, gap trading was done. So the best thing that you could have done once you saw this gap yesterday, you could have just placed a buy limit over here. So it just came, picked the buy limit, and right now it could be massive profit. Profits. But anyway, it is what it is. Trade what you see, not what you think. Right, let's review this tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye, everybody.